Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to make a Valentine wreath using the Dollar Tree heart frame. I'm going to be wrapping the frame with an infinity scarf I purchased from Dollar Tree. They came in a 2-pack, so I'm going to start by cutting the scarf at the seam. The cut does not have to be perfect. It's going to be hidden because I'm going to wrap it all the way around this heart frame. This is me fussing with my hot glue gun, wondering why it won't come on. It's because it was not plugged in. I'm going to start by gathering the end of the scarf in my hands and zip tie it off on the back of the frame. I am using the smaller zip ties. Now that I have it started, I'm going to wrap the scarf around the heart frame. The pattern of this scarf is very forgiving, so I'm not really paying too much attention to the placement. I just want to get the scarf on. There is a good side and a bad side to the scarf, so I'm paying attention to the bolder side facing out. This is such an easy and affordable project, and you can make this in under 30 minutes. It's also a really good gift idea. Now that I've made it all the way to the end of my first scarf, I'm going to gather the fabric and zip tie it off on the back of the frame. Next, I'm going to start where I left off with the first scarf, and this is me totally confused as to which side to use. Anyway, I start with another zip tie and continue wrapping the frame. Now that I've made my way all the way around the heart frame, I'm just going to trim off the extra fabric and zip tie it off on the back of the frame. And this fabric is so thin, the zip tie went right through with no problem. And this is what we have so far. Now I want to use up the rest of the fabric, so I decided to use the extra for a door hanger. I'm going to tie the fabric around the middle of the heart. Then I realized what I did, so I loosened it up and I took it to the back of the frame. I tightened it back up and tied another knot with the remainder fabric closer to the top. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with the extra fabric from the knot. I tried to tuck it back into the other fabric, but I just ended up just cutting it off. And that just worked out better. Okay, friends, now it's time to work on a bow. I'm going to start my bow off with the 2-inch pink burlap. I purchased this from the Dollar Tree, and I measured the tail at 8 inches, and my loops are measured at the 5-inch mark. As I'm making my bow, I am going to go ahead and dovetail my tails as I go. The next layer to my bow, I'm using a 1.5-inch red velvet ribbon. This ribbon can be difficult to work with, but I love a challenge and I make it work. I'm the boss of it, it is not the boss of me. I do 2 loops with this ribbon and I stagger the loops down. I measured this ribbon at the 4-inch mark. I am doing 2 loops of each ribbon. Now I'm going in with a sheer white 1.5-inch wired ribbon and I measure the loops at around 3.5 inch. The last layer I want to add to my ribbon, I'm not going to do any loops with this. It is a sheer 5.1/8 inch ribbon I purchased from the Dollar Tree. It's kind of like a hot pink, and I'm just adding tails with this. And when I add them, I do not dovetail the ends, I cut them at a slant. Now that I have my tails and my loops placed where I want them, I'm going to go in with a zip tie. I'm using a larger zip tie and I'm going to go underneath all the tails and the loops and I'm going to start the zip tie. And I'm not going to crank it all the way down. I'm using this to remove it from the Easy Bow Maker and I'm bringing the zip tie to the back of the bow. And before I crank it all the way down, I'm going to add a pipe cleaner. This way I have a way of attaching it to my wreath. Now I'm going to fluff out my bow. They also call this breaking the bow, and I'm just going to try to get the tails and the loops in the direction that I want until I'm satisfied. Now it's time to add it to the wreath. I am going to take the pipe cleaners around the middle part of the heart, twist tie it off in the back, and then I'm going to trim the pipe cleaners up and I'm going to tuck them back into the fabric. Now I'm going to refluff my bow. I'm going to get the tails going in the direction that I want, and we're going to add some embellishments to the bow and the actual heart. And these embellishments I did pick up from the Dollar Tree. I am going to be working with my hot glue gun, so I always make sure to put my finger guards on. I just want to protect my fingers, but I have these little embellishments that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. They say love, and they're just little wooden hearts, and I'm going to randomly place them around the actual wreath, and I'm going to put some on the ribbons. So here I'm just using my hot glue gun to trace out the word love on the back of the wooden embellishment and place it onto the wreath or onto the ribbon tail. You could most definitely add more embellishments from the Dollar Tree onto this wreath. They had a lot to choose from. I decided to just go very simple with the wooden hearts and the love signs. Okay, friends, this is my completed project. I'm just going to clean up my workstation a little bit and hang this up on the door so you get the full view. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Happy Valentine's Day.